Hey guys, welcome to another weekly portfolio update. We're going to start off with the crypto here. So crypto's been staging a bit of a recovery from the lows that it crashed to. As you can see, today is a down day, but it has been doing fairly well in the past week. Yeah, you can see all the last price in this column. So like Ethereum hit a low of 1,800 or so, I believe. Yeah, XRP was down to like 70 cents. Theta was down under $4. Theta's been doing really well since the lows of the crash. Yeah, and my crypto portfolio is doing fairly well. Into the stocks now. So my portfolio is up $1,370 this week. The only move I made was buying $200 worth of MicroStrategy. So my position in MicroStrategy is slightly larger and my cost base is slightly lower. Although I'm still significantly down in that position. 15%. So yeah, a few interesting things happened this week. The AMC situation going on, similar to how GameStop was just a few months back. I don't get into things like that. It's very risky. It's more like gambling than investing. I don't consider myself to be a trader or a day trader or a swing trader or anything. I want to long-term invest, so tend to avoid situations like the GameStop one and AMC recently and all that. Workhorse has been doing pretty well. It had like a 20% day and a 30% day. Obviously it's still just over 50% negative for me, which is pretty insane, and it had one real bad day today. But yeah, it's no longer at like negative 70 or 80% or whatever it was. It's come off those lows. Yeah, you can see the balance of my portfolio. I've got more stocks coming into the green here. But my portfolio is still it's currently tracking really well because of the past 3 weeks have just been insanely great. My total profits are back to $13,934, down from a high of $20,500 profit, but up from a low since then. So the 20,500 profit was at the peak of this graph here you see on screen, and then down at the trough, down at the bottom, it was down at $5,000 profit, and now we're back up to almost 14,000. And earlier in the week it was actually up at 15,000. But yeah, so stocks are doing pretty well. Only things I'm really looking at buying at the moment are Coinbase and MicroStrategy. I did look at potentially buying Tesla, but I only really wanted to buy Tesla if it went back down to 550. I know a lot of people love Tesla, but I don't really want to buy it for anything more than about 550, because it is going to be a slower growth company over the coming years than it has been in the past. Actually, I think I've heard it explained recently is Tesla has it's got all this growth priced in, so that if there's any negative catalysts, the stock goes down. But if there's any positive catalysts, it doesn't go up anymore, because it's just so expected from Tesla. They've been doing so well for the entire life of the company that it's just expected they do really well. So they've got to grow into this valuation now, in my opinion. And I mean, a lot of people have that opinion, and yeah, I agree with that opinion. Yeah, there was quite a few big moves this week, but yeah, in the end, My portfolio is $1,370 in the green, so pretty happy with that. It is kind of slowing down from the previous 2 weeks. They were both 3,000 per week, so yeah, slowing down from that. But those were like the huge bounces off the bottom of the market. Unfortunately, I know there were some people that sold all their stocks right at the bottom of the market about 3 weeks ago, when everything was just at crazy lows. I know at least one person that sold out their entire portfolio. It's never a good idea to sell out of stocks, like especially when they're down and you're feeling like you need to get out because it's just so risky. The lower the stocks go, the least risk you're taking. If you're buying at all-time highs, you're taking the most risk possible. It has the furthest to fall. Like if you had bought in February, you had bought like the highest risk stocks, you would have been down like 50 to 70% in the past, or in like, was it 3 or 4 months? But yeah, if you buy in those same stocks now, it's obviously a lot less risky. If you bought into those same stocks 3 weeks ago, you would be well in the green by now. But yeah, it's never a good idea to sell out all your stocks. If you had the conviction to buy them in the first place, just stick with that conviction. Yeah, don't sell everything. My Hatch portfolio here, as you can see, Tattooed Chef is doing real well for us. Up 15% now. It's my largest position, so that's actually a significant amount of money, over $1,000, and the position is now 8.4k, so it's well and truly my biggest position. I was down significantly on this for a while, 13%, 14%, but as you can see, I just kept buying more when I was down. Just keep buying more when I was down, so increasing the position size and decreasing my average cost price. And yeah, feeling good about this position. You can see all the prices I bought out there. Unfortunately I did buy some Tattooed Chef at $24, significant amount too, but it's doing good. This is my Sharesies portfolio. A lot of positions turning green again after a while in the red. Some positions close, like these are 2 big positions for me, Fiverr and Palantir, and they're very close to turning green. I did want to buy some more Palantir, but it's moved significantly off of lows. I just wish I had the money that I have now back when it was down at under 20. It got down to like, I think it was intraday low of like in the $17, so would have been great to get some more in there, but missed it. Didn't have more money at that point. But yeah, still a good size position. Pretty happy with it. Coinbase, as I said, I could be looking to buy a little bit more Coinbase and potentially MicroStrategy, but not so much MicroStrategy, just with the way kind of everything's looking at Bitcoin at the moment. I personally am more bullish on the altcoins, or like Ethereum specifically, and then some of the other altcoins as well. More bullish on the coins that have like a bit of a variation in the tech that they're working off. I feel like it's weird to say that Bitcoin's like a bit old, but I mean, there's been a lot of people talking about, especially Elon Musk is talking about how inefficient Bitcoin is, and there's cryptocurrencies that are 10 times more efficient, including Dogecoin, 10 times more efficient than Bitcoin, or so I've heard. So I'm not as bullish on Bitcoin as I am on say Ethereum and Theta and a few of those other coins like Cardano as well and Ripple. So yeah, MicroStrategy, they only hold Bitcoin on there. Well, so far as we know, they only hold Bitcoin. So yeah, don't specifically want to be buying too much more MicroStrategy because they hold the Bitcoin, so they rely on the price of Bitcoin going up. Coinbase, on the other hand, doesn't rely on the price going up because they just make their margin. They don't hold the Bitcoin, they make their margin on the transaction, and people still so if volume's high, then Coinbase is making money. So volume's high when it's dropping, volume's high when it's going up, so doesn't matter either way, although obviously the publicity is better if it's going up, but yeah, it's purely based on volume, how much they make, and competition. If their competition increases significantly, they'll probably have to cut margins in order to keep customers, but at the moment they've got an insanely lucrative business model, so could be looking at putting more money into Coinbase, especially if it dips below 220, which it's very close to. As you can see here, every time it's in like the 220 range, I've been buying. But now that I've been buying at the 220 range, I want it to kind of drop below 220 before I start buying more. Otherwise, I could just load all my money into it at 220 and then I wouldn't have any more money to put into it when it went lower. So got to hold out for these next price targets. Sub 220 is the next buy point for me. Yeah, I should really get rid of this Tesla and Ideanomics positions. They were just there to track the stock prices, but they really don't need to be there. Yeah, so portfolio is doing great, and crypto is doing pretty well as well. Well, pretty well considering where it was just a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, stock's doing amazing compared to where they were 3 weeks ago, so it's all looking pretty good on that front. And my house is going pretty well as well. I've got all the flooring in, starting to do the trim around the edge of the flooring at the moment. It's looking like I'll have most of the house done by the end of this month, and then I'll just have the bathroom, toilet and laundry left to do by the end of next month, and when I'm done that, I'll be renting the whole house out. Hopefully I make that deadline because I'm going away for 6 weeks for work, so don't really want to leave the house empty for that 6 weeks. I'd rather be making money off of that in order to invest in stocks and crypto. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe or comments to help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching and have a great day. See ya.